Okay, so we are at game 55 of a bullet match between Cyclone and Fairy Stockfish. Game 55 of this bullet match, which was played with a time control of 1 minute for the entire game and 5 seconds increment for each move. The match was played on an Intel i7 12th generation, and here we can see that black was able to make the other rook escape, so he lost the control of the b-file. And another thing that we can learn, because this is the reality, we are watching all the games from the side that won the match. I made them play 100 games, bullet as red for Cyclone, and then 100 game as black for Cyclone against Fairy Stockfish, which was a version from July 22, 2022. And here we can see the games from black side, because in this way we can learn the opening repertoire of the winner of a match. Now, why Stockfish was the winner of the match? Because he outcalculated Cyclone. Notice that Cyclone, I understood, is called Typhoon in Chinese, so the Chinese speaker gave to this program a different name. If I got it right, this version of Cyclone is from 2018, September 2018. So it's not really a new version, but it's a good program, to tell you the truth. And of course, they are all good against human beings, because I don't think there are really human beings that can fight these programs, also with slightly higher time control, like maybe 10 seconds per move. For what I know, on the Intel i9 12th generation, with like 15-20 seconds per move, if I remember well, Fairy Stockfish goes to like 35 moves deep. 35 moves deep. That's kind of amazing, I think. So I don't think there is a human being who can do that. And obviously, to try to outplay a player that is able to go that kind of depth seems kind of impossible, right? So what about game 55? Game 55 was lost 4 times by Cyclone. Now, generally the problem that I have noticed is that when Fairy Stockfish outrun or outcalculate Cyclone sometimes realize that he's in a bad position and in a losing position, and then start to think, and he never stops, and that's why it loses for time. But like in this case, it's not that the time control was too short, because we have seen games in which Cyclone lost in like 10 moves, 12 moves, 16 moves. Well, this game is like 55 moves. Here it's the end of a game. So game 55 won by Fairy Stockfish, which was black 4 times.